if you buy a Mamiya 645 Super or Pro on eBay, chances are quite good that it'll arrive broken. And what will be broken is the mirror stop, this tiny piece of plastic right here that goes on the inside of the camera down here in the corner. And like the name suggests, it's what the mirror rests on when it's in the down position like this. And when they designed these pieces, they just didn't do a very good job, and they are notorious for breaking. A lot of, like I said, a lot of a lot of the camera bodies that you'll buy on eBay probably are broken. By now, these cameras are so old that, you know, it can also happen as you use the camera. They just weren't designed to withstand the repeated forces of the mirrors slamming into them. And when they are broken, your pictures will be out of focus. These are single lens reflex cameras, so while you're focusing, the light that comes in through the lens is reflected up by the mirror onto the ground glass. That's what you look at as you're focusing, and when you take the picture, the mirror flips out of the way, and the shutter opens and closes, and the film is exposed, and the mirror comes back down. However, for that to work properly, the distance from the lens across the mirror to the ground glass has to correspond to the distance from the lens to the film while the mirror is flipped up. And if that isn't the case, then focus won't match, and you'll focus using the ground glass, but the focus on your photographs will actually be in a different position. And like I said, that's exactly what happens with a broken mirror stop. Your pictures will all be front focused. I was having this exact problem with this camera body, which was otherwise working perfectly fine. And one way you can try to fix this, if you don't want to send your camera to an expensive repair, which you should probably do if you're not a professional camera person, which I am not. So if you try any of this, then do it at your own risk. But I didn't want to do that, so I 3D printed a replacement for this piece. Somebody graciously put the 3D schematics for this online. You can download them for free and 3D print them yourself, or there are also websites that 3D print things for you if you don't have a 3D printer yourself. So you can get a replacement piece. However, you still need to put the replacement back in the camera. The way that they made this adjustable is with a tiny screw and a spring. The spring hooks into the piece on one end and the camera body on the other end. And putting that in is extremely difficult. You can't get a very good angle, and you also can't really see where it's supposed to go. You just have to know it's somewhere in the body. Presumably there's a spot where the spring can hook in. I've heard that it's easier to do on the later Pro models. I don't know if that's true. I don't have one of those, so I can't confirm. But it's certainly very difficult to do on these super bodies. And I was struggling with that for a while. And then I thought, why don't I, rather than try to put in a replica of the original piece, why don't I design a completely new mirror stop that isn't adjustable, so there's no spring. Instead, I just print it in different sizes, and then I pick the one that is right for my body and my mirror, and adjust it that way. And that's exactly what I did. I made a bunch of prototypes, and then I printed 10 different sizes. I printed the distance from the bottom of the piece to the center of the plastic knob that the mirror rests on, onto the piece in millimeters, so I knew which was which. And then I put them in the camera one by one, took a picture, took some cheap black and white film so I could actually take a photograph with each piece of a ruler, so I knew where the focus was too far in front or too far back. And then I picked the piece where it was right, put it in, and it works perfectly. One thing people do also when they make these focus adjustments is they take a piece of frosted sticky tape and they stick it exactly in their film back, exactly where the film would go, and then it acts like almost like a piece of ground glass, which you can also use if you have that lying around, and then you can compare that to the focus on the actual focusing screen. But I didn't find that to be very accurate. It didn't work very well for me. But if you don't want to waste a roll of film, then you can try to do it that way too. So yeah, just wanted to make a video about this. If you want to try this yourself, I can upload the schematics for the piece I designed. So let me know in the comments. And yeah, I hope you found this useful. Good luck repairing your camera, and thanks for watching. Bye. Good?
So good.